What's good, YouTube, and welcome to Not a Pack Opening channel. That career, it didn't take off so well. Actually, you guys really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy with that result, but we're gonna do something we haven't done on the channel in some time. I was on my honeymoon during the last batch of news, and we've got LUNALIGHT cards dropping right here, and I'm pretty darn excited. LUNALIGHTs were that deck that's kind of on the bubble of doing really well. It topped the regional, it's had results, and it's just almost there. Selza, one of my good friends, really reps this deck as well, so let's go ahead and see. Let's see what the LUNALIGHTs have in store. I'm hoping for not a boss monster. I'm hoping for, like, extenders and starter cards, and we start off with a boss monster, don't we? Alright, let's see if this fusion brings something new to the table. We have Saber Dancer. It has an attack of 3,000, defense of 2,600, and takes the materials of 3 LUNALIGHT monsters. It must be fusion summoned. That prevents Waking the Dragon, I think. I don't think that ignores summoning condition. You can only use this card's name third effect once per turn. It gains 200 attack for each Beast Warrior monster that is currently banished or in a graveyard. It cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect during your main phase, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fusion monster you control. It gains 3,000 attack until the end of this turn. Alright. It has some built-in protection. I find that to be nice, but not really great built-in protection. And an attack boost. This deck didn't need attacking power. That's not what it needed. And even if you link it away or fuse it away into a better play, you're only boosting during the next turn. So, like, you put all this resources you would want to. If you got rid of this turn, use it the same turn, I would feel like. Overall, not doing it for me so far. A little bit of a letdown, but let's see if we can't turn it around. Alright, we got 2 new ones here. LUNALIGHT Emerald Bird, a level 4 Dark Beast Warrior effect monster. That's 10 key power. Attack 1,200, defense 1,000. Also a lure power, ain't it? You can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. Why do I always confuse these with the Leerlusk? I think as a Kaleido chick. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one LUNALIGHT card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw a card. So kind of a starter card, and even if it's special summoned, so it could be considered an extender a little bit. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, so even by fusion summoning, right? As long as it's just sent to the graveyard by a card effect, even out of your hand, it doesn't have to be controlled or on the field. That's pretty nice. I guess you could even Foolish Burial it, technically, if this card is sent to... Yeah! You can target one level 4 or lower LUNALIGHT monster you have that is currently banished or in your graveyard, except for Emerald Bird. So you need another one. Okay, special summon it in defense position, but its effects are negated. So you basically have your own setup for this with its first effect if it was on the field, but not if it was sent from the hand for a summon. Well, I guess if you're fusing and you had this in other materials, it could bring something else back as an extension play. And I do like that, like, it replaces itself, it extends, and it also helps fix your hands, and could also be an extension as a special summon. So a double extender, this is pretty darn nice. I don't think it takes them to the next level, but it's definitely something they needed, I feel like. Let's see if Martin combos with it. LUNALIGHT Yellow Martin, a level 4 Dark Beast Warrior effect monster, attack 800, defense 2,000. Ooh, this is the Wham and Duels pack, ain't it? You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each, if this card is in your hand or graveyard. Hand or graveyard, that's big. You can target a LUNALIGHT card you control except for Martin, return that card to the hand, and if you do, special summon this card in defense position, but banish it if it leaves the field. So I would assume you want to use this effect more from the graveyard, not a quick effect or anything, no cute dodging tricks. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add a LUNALIGHT spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, there's an extender that self-replaces. That ain't bad. Oops, accidental scroll down all the way. Finish talking about these. I like both of these a lot. They're towards what I think the deck needed. Not a big fan of the Doom Boss Monster. I don't think it provides enough new, unless you could, like, ignore that effect of... If it did something immediately, I could understand it, you know? LUNALIGHT Serenade Dance. Ooh, a continuous trap card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. When a fusion monster or monsters is summoned to your field, you can target one of those monsters and apply the following effects. Special summon a LUNALIGHT token, Dark Beast Warrior, level 4, 2000 to your opponent's field. That target gains 500 attack for each monster the opponent controls. So it gives your opponent a monster and then boosts you, I think, in order. Okay, if I understand that right, you're doing both, right? 2, during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and it doesn't look like it has to be sent there this turn. Ooh, isn't that nice? Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a LUNALIGHT monster from your deck. So, a further extender that changes any card into a card you would like. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Foolish Burial Goods goes in the deck, too, or this is searchable and pitchable, maybe? I'm liking where it's headed, boys. I'm liking where it's headed. And LUNALIGHT Fusion. Name Fusion is important. That gives you access to stuff like the Predaplants, doesn't it? Normal spell card. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. Fusion summon a LUNALIGHT monster using monsters in your hand or that you control as fusion materials. So, the polyish effect. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can use a LUNALIGHT monster in your extra deck or deck as one of the materials. This is freaking good. Gives you more power going second, which you already, I think, want to do because you're OTKing, not FTKing. You're getting a power output, and you're definitely bringing it all together in a form that you would want that's also searchable. That is support done right overall. These 3 cards, I'm a fan. I think this is great for the deck. I think I'm going to be having to play against this a lot more during deck building challenges on stream. And I'm a huge proponent of this support. I think they provided something new to give it a new flair as a boss monster, but they gave it proper extenders and starter cards, as well as even a trap that does something engraved so it's Foolish Burial Goods or pitchable from hand by other cards. This is support done freaking right. I really like it. I don't think it's like busted or broken, but it's pretty insane for what the deck does and needed. Let's go ahead and get into Harpie Conductor and see what she does. I remember not being a fan this morning, but I didn't read too carefully. Harpie Conductor is a Link to Winged Wind Beast, a Link effect monster, 1900, bottom left, bottom right, any 2 wind monsters, so very generic, which is what Link Vrains pack is supposed to do for us, right? It's supposed to help us continue out of the way, so let's see if it's better than Great Fly. You can use each of the effects among the second and third effects of this card only once per turn. If this card's name becomes Harpie Lady while on the field or graveyard, kind of expected of Harpie support. If a Harpie monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 spell or trap you control instead. I guess that could give you effects. I wish it kind of turned your opponent's effect into destroying one of your spell and traps, but I guess there's also spell and traps you want to protect. A lot of the decks gains advantage off of that, but I don't know. It's kind of niche. It doesn't stop him from leaving the field. If it was like, if a Harpie monster you control would leave the field by any way, that would be some insane wording, wouldn't it? Third effect, if a face-up Harpie monsters or monsters you control other than this card is returned to your hand. See, here's a leaving the field effect. You can target a special summon monster your opponent controls, return that monster to the hand. I think, like, leaving the field opens the door, right? Like, it would be a new kind of way to really boost effects that's rarely used in the game. But overall, I don't know. Wind monsters are supposed to spin and do that kind of thing. I'm not seeing this as a huge threat. I don't think this is going to take Harpies to the next level. It's generic wind support more so than Harpie support, although it does get a specific Harpie effect. This is more what I wanted from Link Vrains Pack 1, right? When they set the precedent of really busted cards and support as generic support, this is more mildly odd support that feels like should have been swapped with Link Vrains 1 and Link Vrains 2. The busted pack should have been coming out now. Kind of a weird place to put her, but hey, she doesn't look bad. She ain't a bad looker. I'm definitely way more excited for this LUNALIGHT support. I have Dueling Book actually pulled up to take a look at the LUNALIGHT cards. Don't ask me about this deck. And you have plenty of power already. This is why I was saying I'm kind of disappointed. You already had Leo Dancer for the new boss monster, but you do have plenty of cards you're still going to be playing. Of course, you got Kaleido Chick, which gets me confused with the Leerlusk, but overall, Dark Beast Warriors, is that everybody? So everybody's tankiable and allurable. Predaplants fit in even better off my initial thought of reasoning for using the fusion card. I'm a fan. I think they did good. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? LUNALIGHT players, you know, that's not me, but I've watched the deck and I've watched it go in on me before without support like this. Does this take your deck to the next level? Is this what you were looking for? Or did you need like a Link monster, a Spiral Double Helix, so to speak, to really get there? I think this actually gives you a fighting chance so far, but does it really bust you out of that rogue status you were already in of maybe able to top a regional? Does this really get you past where the deck was? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed the discussion, of course, if you have any opposing viewpoints, put them down in the comment section down below. I really do want to hear, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see ya maybe in the next pack opening or market watch. What kind of channel have I become?